Coming in, you guys, it's day number 67 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. That's right. You've come to the place where the guy gets into a very cold temperature ice bath. And yes, the ice is back in the bath today, you guys. Those of you that were watching yesterday, there was no ice in there yesterday, but there is lots of ice on top today. If you watched my story earlier, you'll see that there was a big sheet of ice that then I took a hammer to break it up. And on the bottom of the Morosco Forge, which is the name of the tank here, on the bottom of it, there's another sheet of ice that's developed. So I will have lots of ice for tomorrow, but 32.2 degrees Fahrenheit today, you guys. So quite chilly, very chilly and very gloomy out here. Very cloudy skies here in South Carolina today. But today, you guys, remember yesterday where I wiggled my hands and my feet, and it was based on Andrew Huberman talking about, hey, you want to kind of break up that thermal layer of protection that warms you up. Today, I want to take that to a whole nother level. Today, I want pure and utter chaos when I'm in the ice bath. So imagine a little kid playing in a bathtub, flailing their arms, making all kind of water fly everywhere. I'm probably going to get my phone wet doing this. But I am going to go chaotic when I get in there. Now, let me get in there and calm my brain first. And then once I get my brain calm, usually about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes is how long it takes for me to like relax, breathe my way into it. And then I'm going to go crazy in there. I'm going to move around. I'm going to flail my hands in there. I'm going to kick my feet around. I might move around. I might do all kind of stuff in there. I want to see if going crazy in there adds that little bit more of an edge of what I was doing yesterday. So yesterday I was shaking my hands, shaking my feet. So today we're going to go really cray-cray. All right, let's set you down. So when people come in and they're like, what is he doing? Y'all can explain. He is doing an experiment where he's going a little chaotic in there today. So as always, 5 minutes are on the clock, you guys. There is a big sheet of ice at the bottom, so I am going to be very ginger getting in today. I tried to bust it up with a hammer, and it just was not budging. So pretty thick. We're going to go live here now for the 5 minutes, and here we go. Go, 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 go. There we go. Ooh, big chunks of ice in here today. Look at that. Big chunks. All right. Okay, you guys, if you watched me yesterday, then you know I tested the theory of Andrew Huberman to move your hands and feet around in here rather than being really still. So yesterday I was kicking my hands and my feet and everything to do that. Today, I want to take that to another level. Today, I want to go absolutely berserko in here, and I don't think I can do it for very long, because that's going to get real intense really fast. But I want to just splash and make a mess in here. I want to really go crazy and let it be very chaotic in here. because I want to test Andrew's theory to the hilt. So I'm going to get started here in about 10 seconds. I've got 2.5 minutes left-ish. So I want to just go crazy and flail around. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Ow. These big chunks of ice, they suck. Ah. Woo. Woo. Ah. Woo. Ah. That was 30 seconds. Holy shiznit. Ah, that is intense. Ah, my poor iPhone is so wet right now. Oh! I'm gonna calm back down again. Whew. That was something, guys. Oh, and I can feel the intensity all over my body. Because that's definitely breaking up that thermal layer. Ah, because I was kicking and flailing, and my whole hands, guys, totally numb all the way up to my elbows. So that's what all that movement did, you guys. Oh my goodness, my hands are so... I mean, they're usually numb, but they're really numb today. And I'm going to have to plug my nose and ears to go under the water, so let's do that real quick. All right, that was one of the craziest experiments I've done so far. Woo! My goodness gracious. Let me wipe my camera off. It is so soaking wet. All right. Yeah, I think I got most of the water off. These iPhones are very resilient. I just did 30 seconds of that. And my whole body, I mean, right now, this is literally the coldest I've ever felt coming out of the ice bath. So definitely all that moving around did something. Because the intensity in my hands, the intensity in my feet, even like my arms, got like really tense. I mean, like I told you, it got numb all the way up to my elbow. Now it's up to here. And I never feel the cold that far up. Whew. Wow. I'm glad I did that though. Because it's good to stretch the body to see what stimuli give you a new sensation. And when I did that yesterday, just shaking my hands and my feet, I could tell something was different. So I thought, okay, let's kickstart that to a whole nother level, to the level of chaos. And like I said, I only did it for that 30-second period. But guys, while I was kicking and flailing my arms and my feet, my whole body was going, what? And it was trying to figure out what I was doing in there. And And I can tell right now the body's kind of going, all right, that's a lot more intense than you normally do. We got to kick in a little more adrenaline and a little more of some of the different pathways and things that kick in. So it's cool. It's cool to like observe these things, experience them. Yeah, it's incredible. All right, let me go back to the top, see who all's here today. Miss Carrie is here, and so is Sasha and Delan, Bulletproof Coconut, Holly, Jacob, Effort for Transformation, Linda, John, Jared, Alisa. Bulletproof says, go Jimmy, Cloudy, Thunderstorm, and I think that's another cloud symbol. Hello, Tal House, Lucardi, PA Curbs, H Gear Nerd. I'm waiting to get to the people who got there when I started flailing my arms and didn't know what was going on. Let's see if anybody got here. T Childers is here. The Health Mama is here. Alejandra says, what are all the benefits of treatment? I wonder. Well, if you stick around, I've done 67 days now of ice bath videos. All of them are on Instagram. All of them are on YouTube. If you type in all right, my phone is doing some weird things. I wonder if water got in there and it's starting to act up. I apologize. If it kicks me out, I apologize in advance. Yeah, it's so weird. So Alejandra, you're asking about the benefits of cold therapy. So there are plenty. I've been talking a lot about them in my videos. Definitely go look it up on Instagram. Or YouTube. Just type in a hashtag Jimmy Ice and you'll find all of them here on Instagram or on YouTube. And I mean, it's so many. I could go over a ton of them, but in brief, inflammation lowering, ketone boosting, blood sugar and blood pressure lowering, helps with deep sleep, which I've been getting a lot of lately. It's a nice mood stabilizer. If you're stressed, you can get in there. And yes, it's a stress getting in, but it's the coming out and what the body does in response to that stress in there that helps to relax your body. So many benefits. Definitely go look up cold therapy, ice bath benefits, cold thermogenesis in like a search engine. You'll find all the benefits. Alejandra says, where did you get the ice? So this is a company that makes an ice bath machine. It's called the Morozco Forge, and it makes its own ice. So it creates the ice and keeps it at a very steady temperature. Today was super cold, almost right at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Thomas is here. Effort for Transformation says he does have a tub that makes the ice and regulates the temp. Thank you. Jacob says, how do you feel? Well, I feel... It's kind of weird, Jacob, because my hands are pretty much back. I still feel the intensity in my toes and in other parts of my body, like the back of my arm, still really cold. But now the tips of my fingers are numb. Every one of them, the tips, all the tips, super numb, just at the very tip. So I wonder if something happened when I was moving my hands and feet around so fast that circulation thing, and that's always the toughest part, even when you don't move in an ice bath, is your hands and your feet, because those are the furthest from your heart. So now I'm getting a little bit of numbness just at the tip. It's probably temporary. I'm not going to worry about it, but it is fascinating to feel literally all of them, especially this one right here. Super numb. I could probably stick a straight pin in it and wouldn't feel it. It's so numb. Irish Miles is here. Caliquito is here. Yes, thank you, Effort for Transformation. Another benefit of the ice bath. I did a whole video just on this one. Brown fat stimulation. That's right. B. Thorpe is here. Laura's here. Carnivore Runner's here. DeMarco's here. So guys, yes, here in day 67, I decided to go a little cray-cray, a little chaotic in the ice bath water. Wanted to see what effect would kicking and moving around really chaotically in the water would do. It was definitely an experiment that I wanted to try, and I'm glad I did. It was a little more intense than I was even expecting. I was expecting it to be pretty intense, but like by this point, I'm 10 minutes out of the ice bath. I still don't feel my toes. Usually by now, I can easily feel all the extremity. And my hands pretty good except for those tips I was telling you about that are still numb. But my toes, I still can't feel my toes. They're still very numb. Which means I did get a little more of the effects that, yes, Andrew Huberman, as DeMarco's mentioned. DeMarco, yesterday, I was talking about how I saw the video from Andrew Huberman that said, don't sit still. He was making fun of all the bros that were in the water and they're all solemn. Oh, he's like, guys, you're not getting the full benefits. And so yesterday, I just moved my hands and my feet around just in the water. I didn't do anything really crazy. Today, DeMarco, I actually took what Andrew Huberman said to another level, and I just made a mess. Go back and watch the replay if you guys came in late, but I was kicking and there was water flying all over my iPhone. I got pretty intense in the water today, and I think that's why my body is responding the way that it is. And it was a humongous difference, DeMarco. I'd say yesterday with just a little bit of movement, it was about 4 to 5 times worse. All right, we're right at 98.6, so nothing really crazy with the body temperature just yet. Sometimes it's a little funky monkey. Keto Ehemicid is here. DeMarco says, was it a big difference? Yeah, today it was much different. I'd say it's about 10 times worse than just sitting still. Islan Me is here. Effort for transformation. I go in the sauna for about 40 minutes, and then I do a cold shower and I spin around. When I spin in the cold, could I be getting this effect? Yes. Yes. Yeah, anything that would create movement. Now, you're in a shower, so it's a little bit different than being in an ice bath where the water is touching your skin and then it creates that thermal layer. I would think with the movement of the shower itself, you don't really have to move around too much to get that feeling because the water itself is moving over you and then coming down your body. So you're probably not getting a thermal layer effect from that. But if you ever do decide to do ice baths, you don't have to make a full and splash like Jimmy did today, but you certainly should move around, at least according to what Andrew Huberman was talking about. Wendy's here. DeMarco says, wow, I'll have to check it out. Cool. Sandra is here as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching here on day number 67 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. As you guys know, I'm doing this every single day this year. And I have been pretty consistent with it. I've been home most of the year. I think I've only missed like actually one day that I wasn't home. I've got a little bit of travel coming up at the end of April, and then again in July. I'm going to Paleo FX in Austin, and then a couple months later to KetoCon in Austin. So those will be the times that I'll have to improvise and figure out a way to do these ice baths. If I have a hotel room that's got a bath, then I'll definitely go get some ice and sit in the ice. Otherwise, it'll just be a cold shower. So it will work. A hotel bathtub. Yes. Yes, DeMarco, I'm aware. The problem is I'm a big boy. If I was like a little shorty, if I was like 5'4" and could get into an ice bath, it would be easier, but I'm a big boy. Holly says, have you changed up your protein or fat intake lately? I don't think I'm getting enough fat. So I'm doing something that's a little bit of an experiment with my diet right now, Holly. I'm not at liberty to talk about it because I'm in the midst of trying something, and before I talk about things, I want to know that it's working before I blab it. But I would say if you don't feel like you're getting enough fat, then eat more fat. Although I would say if you're gonna have food, try to get the fat that naturally comes with a protein source without any added fats. So try to get a fattier cut of meat, for example. I mean, if you want to add a little butter, that's fine too. But I've just come to the conclusion that the fats that naturally come with animal foods is what we should be eating. DeMarco says, I'm a shorty at 5'6". Yes, go shorty. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching and following along on this Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. I am still enjoying it. Like today, as intense as that 30 seconds was, which I'll make a reel out of that, by the way, so that people can see just that part of the ice bath where I'm flailing my arms and kicking my legs. That will be funny. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I really am. It has become so much a part of my daily habit that I just can't imagine a day go by that I wouldn't get in an ice bath, or at least try to be exposed to cold. And it's been so phenomenal for me on a lot of levels, most importantly, mental health. And you guys, I know a lot of you guys struggle. You write to me all the time. I get DMs. Hey, I'm struggling mentally right now. You're always so positive. You're always so chill. And I'm literally chill in the ice bath. But you seem to have something that I want. I'm like, I'm kicking in processes in my body thanks to things like ice baths. And using things like CBD oil has been very helpful. And using magnesium and making sure I get good sleep. Like, they all matter. We like to look at health as, well, we've got diet over here, then we got some different biohacking techniques here, and then we got our sleep here, and we got our stress here. No, it's all health. And when you start looking at all these things as a totality of your health, it changes everything. It makes you want to be better. It makes you want to do better and try things that even seem hard, seem, oh my gosh, impossible. But we've done things before in our lives that way. Just think back to those hard things you put yourself through and you survived. You got through it. You overcame it. It's pretty cool when you do that. Sharon says, we appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you guys, especially those of you that come on all the time like you, Sharon. Good to see you here. Your ketovore is here. Hello, darling. Do you think I can do the ocean? Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know where you are, but ocean temperature during the winter time typically can be in like the 50s, 60s. So even if it was 70s, 80s, that's still cooler than most warm/hot showers. So yeah. I mean, the thing is, and I love this adage. Somebody said, what temperature should you get in when it comes to an ice bath? And I love how Andrew Huberman answered this question. You get into an ice bath or a cold shower or whatever, so that it's uncomfortable, but you'll stay in. Okay, so that's pretty good. I like that advice. It's uncomfortable, but you'll still stay in. So the point is, you're trying to stress the body. Remember, it's a good stress. Not all stress is bad. It's a good stress. This is called hormesis. So when you do a good hormesis type of stress on the body, that produces good things. Yes, in the moment, it's stressful, as is fasting, by the way, as is exercise. All of these are hormetic stressors, and their intention is to make you more resilient and to give you these benefits. And so let yourself get in that ocean and let's see how you do. And look, if it's overwhelming, then you know, okay, that's too much too fast. And you try a warm shower and then slightly cooler. You'll adapt over time. I still have these people that every time I post an ice bath video, they're like, I'll never do that, man. Good for you, but I'll never do that. And then I write, well, you're exactly the one that needs to do this. And then they're like, well, cold isn't good for me. I don't like cold. Again, if you don't like cold, this is exactly for you. So I'm like, no, it's for you. You're not going to wiggle out of this one. DeMarco says, put yourself through stressful situations and it makes life easier. Yeah. I have found that, and I've articulated that here on these videos, that I'm glad I'm doing this, if for no other reason than to prove to myself I can do hard things, so that when the next hard thing in my life pops up, I'm more resilient. I'm more able to take it on. I've got mental fortitude at that point. And look, I went through some pretty bad stuff circa 3 years ago that I'm now well on the other side of. Had I had this ice bath mentality I have right now, I would have got through that a lot easier. I know that, without a doubt, would have. But you have to live life, and you have to take life as it comes. Keep Austin Keto's here. The Cadillac Lounge is here. Palo Mabibi is here. D-Soul's here. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm going to pop off of here for now. Thank you so much for watching. I've got a full day tomorrow, you guys. If you want to follow along in my work on Instagram Live, I have an interview at 11 a.m. with my friend Lesha. She is a Ukrainian American. So I never knew she was from the Ukraine, but she lived there until she was 3 years old. And she will be coming on my podcast, not to talk about the political aspect or the war or none of that stuff. She just wants to tell you about her people and what it's like being Ukrainian. So we'll have that at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Then at 1 p.m., Dr. Eli Jarouge, he is a medical doctor who has been observing patients coming into his hospital, and he's noticing all these nutritional health and metabolic diseases. So definitely tune in at 1 o'clock for that Eastern time. And then, of course, back here for day number 68 at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for my Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. So got a busy day for you guys tomorrow. You are Ketovore. I get used to cold showers becoming my colored hair. It's totally possible, or because of my colored hair, it's totally possible I'll be doing ice baths soon. Great. Yeah, you can't do hot showers with color in your hair. So that's great that you're already kind of acclimated to cold showers. Yeah, try the ice bath. You might be surprised. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm out of here now. We'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.